So as you're most probably aware, Baby Oil is going to be available to the public for the next 3 years only, because once Diddy gets out, it's going to be like just like before, out of stock. So take advantage as much as you can in this for the next 3 years. Diddy, with his fuck you money, he hired a bunch of Saul Goodmans. There was just too much power between them. So, Diddy got away with most of the things that he did. So what you did, it's what you can prove in court, bitch. So they absolutely made a fool out of the jury and the judge and ended up just getting 50 months. Well, he served 13 months already, so about 3-ish years. If he's a good boy, maybe 1 year or 2 years he's going to get out, which is an absolute joke. So much shit against him, so many people testifying against him, but hey, people yap all the time. It's what you can prove in court. The justice system once again bent over and let criminals who do very criminal shit that they have to serve for a very long time, if not the rest of their lives in prison, they bent over and they let the criminals shake like a boom boom them and get away with very, very light sentences. Now, the prosecutors asked for 11 years. The defense team had the balls, had the audacity, better word for it, had the audacity to ask only for 14 months in prison for the shit that he's done. But the judge, according to what I could find, he before giving the sentencing, he looked everyone in the eyes and said, hey, Diddy did all this great shit. He did all of this, but both of you are being unreasonable. You asking for 14 months and you asking for 11 years. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give 50 months.
The prosecutors, though, they had wanted this sentence to be 11 years. What did the judge say when they actually handed this down?
So ultimately, the judge decided to give him this sentence of 50 months incarceration, 5 years of supervised release. And this is actually lower, it's significantly lower than what the prosecution wanted. That was about 11 years. And then the probationary recommendation was 7 years. Now, Sean Combs' team, they wanted only up to 14 months. So he did end up getting significantly more than that. What the judge said, though, is he began when he delivered this sentence by very warmly talking about all that Sean Combs has accomplished, the things that we heard today, how devoted he is to his family, how he broke barriers as a black man, his entrepreneurship.
Oh yes, he's a great guy who built a lot of careers, who built his career, his empire all by himself. He's a devoted father. He's a great man. What does this have to do with... People can be great people, but still do illegal, disgusting shit. I don't understand why he was saying that. The defense team also played, like discussed in the last video, they played a whole 3-minute video of Diddy, helping the city and all. You can still be a saint in people's eyes, but do illegal shit that you need to serve for a very long time in prison for behind closed doors. Look at the people on the Epstein list. They must have done a lot of things for charity, paid a lot of money to help a lot of people, but still shakalaka boom boom children. Do they deserve to be let off from this thing? I didn't get this. I didn't understand it. I don't know why the judge, I don't know, the defense team try to, brainwash everyone. Like, look at all the things that Diddy has done. But again, the judge, he did come out eventually, and after his speech saying Diddy's a great guy, he actually came out and said, okay, but obviously he's still done these things to, like the Cassie video, he was still a violent man. That's the reason why I didn't let him out on bail, this and that. So I'm not going to agree with you, prosecution team, and I'm not going to agree with the defense team. I'm going to make my own decision over here and, give something in the middle, which was predicted in the beginning, which is very sad and disappointing. I said he's going to get between 4 to 6 years, and he ended up getting 4 years and 2 months.
But then there was this shift in tone, and he got very serious, and he ultimately said that there was just an overwhelming amount of evidence in this case. The actions that Sean Combs took against his ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura, and a woman who went by Jane, who testified in this courtroom, the violence, the psychological and physical abuse against them. And he said that he had to give a significant sentence for the purpose of deterrence, and because he believes that Sean Combs still could potentially pose a danger. He thinks that he needs more time in prison, but said that he will ultimately get his life back on the other side of this.
Overwhelming amount of evidence, key words over here, but hey, we're still, even though we have all this evidence, we're still going to give him only 4 years. Crazy. Fucking shocking, honestly, but again, not very shocking, as the justice system hasn't been justicing for the past couple of months or a couple of years. I think the judge was also saving his ass as well, because if he would have gone with like a year or 2 years, hell would have set loose. The amount of heat he would have had on his ass, it was just too dangerous for him to be like, Diddy, see you in a year or two, which I think in a year or two he is going to get released. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about is the lawyers, the Saul Goodmans of Diddy. They still have the audacity to appeal the sentencing.
There is a human being now in custody for 50 months.
Diddy was just sharing.
Based upon conduct that a jury heard, the jury resolved, and the jury rejected. It is really a sad day for everybody.
I don't feel that way.
Thank you, kind stranger. We don't feel that way either. The only sad thing about that day is how the justice system has failed. I'm even shocked they didn't come out and say, oh, the Cassie video. If Diddy wouldn't have come out and apologized, sorry guys, that was me, I think they would have gone with AI. You know how realistic AI is right now? They probably would have gone with, oh yeah, that's it. That shit is just, you know, made up. Some people made it. They're just, you know, haters who are trying to take Diddy down.
We are planning to appeal. We think we have strong bases to appeal. The strongest basis is that the jury reached a verdict on coercion. It found there was not coercion. And I think the judge said coercion today as a basis for a sentence at least a dozen times. The jury's verdict was resoundingly clear. There was no sex trafficking. There was no racketeering. Everything was consensual. Everything was adult, which is why he was convicted only of the prostitution offense. What we feel happened today was that the judge acted as a 13th juror, one that we did not choose, and that he second-guessed the jury's verdict.
This is like finishing first place and still not being happy because you want to be higher than the first place. Jesus Christ, take the victory. What is Diddy promising you? If, you know, you already got an invitation to the next Diddy party once he gets released, but you want to get to the VVIP tables? Is that what you're fighting for right now? Take the victory and go. Enjoy the money that you earned from this whole thing. Greed is a dangerous drug, Mr. and Mrs. Lawyers. I don't know how the law works, but I wish if, you know, if they push in, again, I don't know how the law works. I wish if they push the judge, you know, it's gonna be like, okay, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're gonna like raise Diddy's sentencing. But you can't deny it. It will be funny if that happens. Now, this is the best outcome for Diddy. This is the best he could have ever got, and he got it. They literally pulled the impossible in this. No one expected that he's only going to serve 4 years. Well, he is right now. And how did Diddy react when he got 4 years? Well, listen to this.
So how did he react when he heard that sentence?
You know, Nancy, what was notable was how little reaction there was. He looked down at his hands. They were clasped in his lap, and he just looked defeated. The same with his family. It was very quiet in that courtroom, very solemn.
He looked down. He looked defeated. But I bet if he would have looked up, it would have been like that Shrek meme, that sticker. Are you kidding me? He looked defeated. He was gonna serve like life in prison. Now he only got 4 years. He'll be out before, well, he'll be out when he's 60 or even, you know, less. Like I said, a year or two, he's probably gonna, you know, get out on parole if he's a good boy, if he doesn't throw any Diddy parties inside prison. But from the reports, he's being a good boy and he's teaching classes about lifestyle to the inmates in there. What lifestyle? I don't fucking know. Probably on how to throw Diddy parties or how to imply baby old the perfect way, the most satisfying way, and how to get away with shit at this point. Guys, just get your money up, hire yourself some Saul Goodmans. You're good to go. Probably people there are serving 30 years for a smaller crime than Diddy, right? Anyway, this is just ridiculous. This is just it's just the audacity of these lawyers trying to even get him out. They're just gonna end up embarrassing themselves. I doubt they could even pull anything. It's done. Just gonna leave it at that. Honestly, go happy with your victory, and yeah, just leave the justice system alone at this point. You've been abusing it a lot. Anyways, more videos over here. Like, subscription it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You take it easy. I will see you in the next one.